Welcome back everyone, and this is your full body yoga workout today. As always, we're working on full body strength, core balance and flexibility. And before we will begin this session, let's set an intention for this day and for this practice. So go ahead and bring your both hands up front of your heart, close your eyes, look inside, and let's set an intention not to compare, not to judge, flow with great respect towards our physical body. Approach everything what comes into our lives with open heart, as a learning experience, as a stepping stone to the greater, stronger, wiser selves. Let's give this intention just a few breaths. And today, guys, I want to begin our practice on our back. So let's go ahead and lay down and extend your arms and legs away from each other. Let's begin with a good quality yoga stretches for full body. As I said, this is your full body strength, core balance and flexibility today. So prepare to sweat, to stretch and sculpt your full body all in one practice. Let's take our hands, guys, farther away from the toes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and think about that intention, not to compare and not to judge. Flow with respect and approach this life as a learning experience to become better, stronger, wiser self. Let's go ahead and take our right leg up, guys. Open your eyes and gently press on this leg. It doesn't have to go really low, but I want you to do your best to keep your knee extended all the way and start to use your tools, guys, your straps, your towels, if you can't reach your ankles and your feet. If that feels good, go ahead and climb up a little bit on this leg. So your belly and your quadricep getting closer together, not your forehead to your knees. So we begin from the hip flexor, just like our forward fold. Taking a deep breath in, and on exhalation, slowly, guys, go back on the floor. We will continue with that gentle hip circle all the way. You can start shallow and then slowly expand. Taking a deep breath in and deep breath out. Very good. Let's give this hip a couple more quality circles all the way. Excellent. And then just keep this leg extended. Then reach up and bend your knee so you can reach towards your foot. Press right on top on your foot, guys. Your knee may or may not to go towards the floor completely, which is absolutely normal. It will come with consistency of your practice. So make sure you're consistent on your yoga practice and your stretches. Take a deep breath in, inhalation, and exhalation. We give it another breath or two. We need to warm up, wake up our body so we have safe practice and effective, of course. Slowly, guys, extend this leg and we're ready to pull the other knee up and extend this leg fully so we can start to activate our center, our abs. If you have back injuries on asanas like this, you can always, guys, keep the shoulders on the floor and your head on the ground. Very nice. Come back down and plant your both arms along your body. Go ahead, guys, and bring your hips up. Support yourself with your extended leg for right now. Try to activate your core, your center, your arms, your shoulders. And there is no body weight on your neck. The neck feels really free now. If you want to stay up here, feel free to stay right up here, or slowly, guys, bring your leg up all the way. Very nice. It can be challenging for the beginners, So just make your judgment. Remember, we flow with a great respect to our physical body. It doesn't mean we underdo. We find this good, sweet boundary when it's challenging, but it's not hurting our body by any means. All right, let's put this ankle on top on your other leg and continue to draw your right knee, guys, the bent leg towards the floor so we can open the full pelvic floor. Take a deep breath in. If you hold in your breath, it's going to be quite challenging. And slowly, guys, start to bring your hip back on the floor. Catch up on your right ankle with your left hand and go ahead, extend your left leg. Pull this ankle across, or if you can't take it across the leg, just leave it outside. We will take our shoulders towards the left, towards your ankle. All the way, it feels good. Close your eyes. Give your body a quality stretch. Smile to yourself. Life is all about growing, transforming, learning. Again, taking each and every experience comes our way with open heart. All right, let's finalize this flow on this side by taking this left leg up towards the ceiling and just gently press right on top. It's almost like your cow face pose, but your legs are lifted. Take a deep breath in. If your knee not completely above that other knee, that's okay. We're just doing what we can. Perfect, my friends. Go ahead and undo those legs. Give your body a good quality stretch. We begin this flow from the other side. Let's take our left leg. Remain your shoulders on the floor for now. Let's just give it a gentle stretch. Remember, knees soft, extended, and we never lock in the knees. Knees are soft, but still legs is straight if possible. You can always use your straps, guys. Go ahead and reach up on the leg, climb up a little bit. If you can, take a deep breath in. We're holding it. Inhalation, exhalation. Very, very good. And gently bring your shoulders back on the floor. Let's go ahead and take our arms on the side. We continue with a hip circle on this side as well. Again, right and left leg can be different on the flexibility. You also might have some injuries through the life. So again, it's coming back down to respect towards our body. And I want you guys to do your best. I'm not saying by any means you underdo, but the yoga asana shouldn't hurt. The stretch shouldn't hurt. It can be uncomfortable, but with breathing and time and relaxation into the form, the tension must go away. If it doesn't and it's just growing, you need to change your asana for the lighter variation, which we always discuss through the practice. Go ahead and give me one more quality circle. Very nice. Perfect. Let's take this leg up and we bend the knee. We press right on top. Just draw, guys, that knee towards the floor. Again, it may or may not to go all the way till the ground, and this is okay. Just take a deep breath in. On exhalation, give it another gentle press and rest and flow, guys. The oxygen is must for the flexibility, stretching practice. And the muscles will relax much easier and fall into the stretch if you're breathing. Perfect. We will take, guys, this leg and extend. We draw the other knee up, just exactly what we did. And if you feel that you have to remain your shoulders on the floor and your head, you have some neck, back injuries, shoulders injuries, definitely do that. Take a deep breath in, active stomach, all the way, lower back on the ground. Go ahead and bring your arms on the floor. And on your bridge, we're supporting ourselves with both feet right now to begin with. So lift, guys, your hips really, really nicely. Inhalation, exhalation. breathe and flow. If you decide to stay up here, this is totally fine, or bring your leg up. Try to remain in a strong bridge, guys. Take another deep breath in. Watch that extended leg. Try to hold it long, extend it in, strong. I know. And let's bring our ankle all the way on top on that other leg. Make sure you connect through the lower body, through the core. We breathe in and we continue to draw the left knee, the one which is bent, on top toward the ground. So we're opening the pelvic floor without pushing, pulling on the hips. We're just using the natural muscular strength, drawing that knee down towards the floor. Very nice. Let's slowly release the hips back on the floor, and we bind, connect with the left ankle. We draw this leg, if we can, outside, and we take the left arm up above the head, and we move the shoulders just slightly towards the right. That gives that body a good quality lateral stretch right away. If you feel you want to close your eyes for this stretch, definitely do that. Take in another deep breath in. Exhalation, bringing our body and mind back to be present. Come back to the center and bring this extended leg up. See if you can bind. See if you can also put this one knee slide directly above another, just like your cow face pose. On exhalation, find the balance. Take a deep breath in and press a little bit more. Beautiful. We take our both feet up and bring our feet to the bound angle. We will settle this bound angle on the floor. Connect through your hands, guys. Extend, lengthen in. Draw the lower back closer to the floor. We are going to reach up. Hold it all the way, guys. Inhalation, exhalation, all the way, return back. We will do this one more time, and if you will decide to come for the low boat Navasana with me, join me when you're ready. Arms to the front, lower back grounded before you take your legs off the ground. If you do have injuries, if you are a beginner, I talk about back injuries, especially here, then at least keep your one leg on the floor. If you want to go for more intermediate to advanced version, arms around the ears, challenging, guys. Breathe through. Go ahead and draw your both knees towards the chest and give them a good hug. We will go one more time for this low Navasana, building the stirrings in the core, abs and center. Lower back must be on the floor. Your options to put one leg on the ground, ground your arms as well. Take a deep breath in. Draw the stomach towards the lower back all the way. Hands towards your ankles. Very, very good, guys. Let's go ahead and extend the legs all the way through. We will do a few gentle and strong at the same time roll up movements to the seated forward folds together, and then we will turn it to the boat pose with support or without. Since we already started to work on our core, we will continue to do that while we are on the floor. Go ahead and roll up with me, nice and gentle. Use the center to begin your movement with, just like we talk in Pilates. Try not to initiate that roll up from your forehead or your head or your shoulders. It's starting in the abs, guys, in the center, and then it's much more easier as well. We will hold it for a few seconds or the few breaths. Give it a good stretch. Come on back down, and the next time we will do our best to come up to our boat or Navasana. Your knees, of course, can be bent, guys. They do not have to be extended. Stay with me, shoulders down, chest up, and slowly on exhalation, bring your body back on the floor, stretch. We will do this one more time, and then we will be ready to stay in our boat or our Navasana. Beginners, definitely just bend your knees. You can put one foot on the floor anytime you have to, and make sure that you keep your abdomen really strong. You shouldn't feel your back. Bring your legs on the floor, tap the ground, bend the knees if you feel your back only. Come on back up. Stay with me. I know it's challenging. We will do it together. Stay with me, guys. Breathe in and breathe out one more time. Go ahead and reach for your ankles. If you're doing this, you can also do this with your knees bent, upright, seated Western stretch. It's resembling with your seated forward fold. So if you think about your seated forward fold, it will be easy to understand the mechanics of this asana. You have to activate the center in order for you to find the balance here. Every single cell and muscle working. It's challenging, but at the same time, we're practicing, we're focusing on lightness and relaxation even when it's challenging. Keep on breathing, guys. Bend your knees if you have to. So proud of you. Go ahead and bring your feet on the floor. We are going for the reverse tabletop. Reverse tabletop can seem like an easy asana, but it is not when it's done properly. Set your wrist, elbow, shoulders one on top of another and lift your hips, guys. Be generous with that hip lift in your tabletop. My beginners, rest when you need. Don't be shy to go to your child pose or just lay down on the floor, extend, stretch, just like we did at the beginning. Intermediate and advanced, we lift the leg up. Breathing in, breathing out, lift your hips, and go ahead to the other side. All the way. I know, guys. This is it. Take your both hands back on the floor. Extend your legs all the way down. Make sure you're sitting equally firm and leveled on your both sit bones. Let's stretch. Just take your body forward. Use our book principle. If your lower body would be the hard cover of the book, upper body would be the hard cover of the book. Your hip flexor, the place where you fold forward from, this will be just a soft part of this book. You close and you open. This is how it feels. I want you to fold forward to the center. Very nice. Let's slowly draw our one leg up, your right leg, if you're following me. So it's the same like we did when we've been on the supine position, laying down on our back, but we're sitting now. So try to keep your back long and extended as much as possible. Your leg doesn't have to be high, but your back is your priority. That's right. As always, reaching, chest, torso up. Very nice. Good work, guys. We will go ahead and do exactly the same what we did where we've been laying down on the back. Try to keep the ankle 90 degrees. We just give it an extra little stretch. We would need our hips nice and open later on. Very good. Just push it a little bit more and go ahead and place your foot next or cross, just like we did again on our supine position. This foot doesn't have to be too close to the base. Just do what you can. Let's go ahead and put the left arm on top. We will hold this gentle half spinal twist for the few breaths first. And then if you will decide to go deeper with me, then we will progress. But you can just stay up here with your half spinal twist. If you decide to go farther, just slide your hand or go all the way on your elbow. This could be challenging, so you don't have to go on your elbow. Make sure there is still a space between your shoulders and your ears. Your neck is free of tension. Let's open up. just like this. Big gentle opening. If that feels very comfortable, guys, and you're very certain about your shoulders, your neck, we will give a bind with our hands and open up our heart and chest even further up towards the ceiling. Very good. Good work, everybody. And let's slowly undo this stretch. Come on back up, and we will fold forward just to give a little compensation to our back. Just a gentle fold, and if you can't reach to the foot, this is okay. All right, we will take our right hand and draw it over the left ankle, maybe the calf, maybe even up here on your other ankle. Before you will open your arms, guys, just give it a gentle rotation through the hips and hip flexor in the lower back. And then if it feels right, we open up the arm and we try to keep one arm as a continuation to another one. Very nice. Let's go ahead and undo the legs. We do this flow from the other leg as well. So lift the left leg, lengthening, make sure you're tall, sitting equally on both sit bones. And this leg is a secondary. Make sure that you keeping your back extended, the oxygen floating through your body. You can also bend this knee, of course, as always, or using your straps. Very nice. Let's pull this for a couple breaths, 2-3 breaths here. Remain ankle and knee about 90 degrees above the floor, straight to the back wall, underneath your arms. And then we will take it up front if you have to do this, or across if this is available. We go for the half spinal twist first, all the way on this side. Look behind the shoulders, guys. We're still seated. Take a deep breath in. On exhalation, if you decide to progress, you don't have to. We will go ahead and bring our elbows down. Find a good steady position. Make sure nothing is blocking your oxygen. Reach the arm up if you get in there. Take a deep breath in. All right, and if it feels very steady, very comfortable, we will bind our hands behind the back. Give it a good rotation and opening. Make sure it feels all right on your neck and shoulders, not too stressful. You don't have to do the bind, it's a little option, little progression to make the practice a little bit more spicy. But again, if you're a beginner, then just follow the easy modifications. Your body will open and get flexible pretty quickly. Take a deep breath in. We fold in forward a little bit more. That's good. And let's keep the left hand on top on the right ankle or anywhere closer to the base. If you can't reach as far, make sure you take a gentle rotation through the hips, chest, and back first before you opening all the way up. Very, very nice. Take it, reach up. And let's slowly undo this stretch. We will go ahead and make a transfer to our Virasana. If you can sit to your full hero pose in between your feet, guys, I would strongly recommend to take the blocks, pillows, stack something underneath and sit on top. Please don't sit on your feet because it makes no difference, no change for your body to progress with this stretch. So make sure you sit on some elevation. Blocks are the best. If you're sitting right in between, let's go ahead and put our hands up front and close your eyes. And if you're sitting on the blocks, you might need to support yourself on the side with your hands, which is also great. So we just being where we can for the few extra inhalations And exhalations, listening to our body, our smart, intelligent, and unique physical body. No one else has the body like you do. And again, we have only one for life. It's a big, big commitment with the purpose to having it if it's not functional. So we need to take a great care of our physical bodies and of course minds. If you desperately need to come out of Virasana, rest a little bit, do that right now, then come back with us on your elevated surface. Let's go ahead and lean slightly forward. It might not be as deep, especially if you're sitting on the blocks, that can be challenging. Just slightly lean forward. If your hips and knees and lower back in a great condition, go ahead and fold forward. Again, I can promise you with your consistent practice in my guidance, your flexibility will improve very quickly, but we must do it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Come on back up. Again, if you need a little break from Virasana, especially because of the knees or hips or lower back, come out and then come back with me. Let's go ahead and take the lateral stretch. It could be just a little one, especially if you're sitting on the blocks, or if you not sitting on the blocks and your body is feeling really open right now. Take this arm exactly above your head and ear, and we reach in. Try to keep those arms, guys, also extended, not too weak and hang in there, but we reach forward. Let's do this straight from the other side, all the way, guys. Take this elbow on the floor, reach all the way, sitting nice and grounded on the both sit bones. Feels so good. All right, come back. You might feel that you need to come out right now. If you haven't felt it before, your knees might be telling you that you need a little break. Then go ahead and do it. Extend your legs, do the little forward fold, and then come back with us. If you are still in your Virasana and you're not sitting on the blocks, because if you are sitting on the blocks, continue to be right there. You don't have to go for the recline position. That would be your first progression, and your second, if you on the floor, is gonna be lay down on your back. And of course, guys, don't forget to leave me a comments about your flexibility progress. It's really important for me to know. I want you to get stronger, more flexible. And let's say if 6 months ago you couldn't do Virasana as well, and now you can, and you're not using the blocks anymore, this is amazing. Please share it with me. And not just with me, that's very inspiring for other people who just at the beginning of the fitness journey, flexibility journey, yoga journey. That would be a very uplifting and inspiring. And it's such a nice thing to inspire and make other people feel good, make them feel confident. All right, let's go ahead and slowly come out. If you still in your Virasana, we will make a transfer to our kneeling position, tabletop. Do it your way, guys. But I would say do it quickly, because you would have to do it anyway, especially if you spent a long time in your Virasana with me. Wrist, elbow, shoulders, one on top another. Give me a gentle cat and cow, just 2-3 times. Keep relaxing your neck fully. This is it. And let's tap the toes and decompress our knees a little bit in our downward facing dog. Just extend your knees, give your body a good stretch, your back, your legs. Start to bend your knee one at a time, or if you are a beginner, your knees might be bended already, and just stay with your both knees bent like this until your back will let go. All right. Let's close our eyes and look down. Very, very good. We're coming back on our kneeling position. We will work a little bit on our feet today. Bring attention, guys, to the top of your feet for your ankles. It's not your toe stretch, This is your ankle stretch. So we transfer the body weight back. We kind of scoot a little bit deeper towards the feet. If your feet is very flexible and strong and you know that, you can do the 2 legs at a time. For my beginners, or if you have any injuries, just continue to do the supported stretch. You don't have to lift your both knees off the floor at all. But this is a progression, more intermediate and advanced participants can't practice. Give it a couple more breaths and let's take it back. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes, and we do a gentle seated stretch for the toes, feet and ankles right now. Please, 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 you know what I'm gonna say if you're practicing with me, do not skip this stretch. This can be highly uncomfortable, but you will put your fist on the floor and release the body tension, body weight from those toes. Maybe it is only 5 or 10% on your feet, but that will allow your feet to get stronger with time. Because the natural reaction, if you're a beginner and you haven't done this stretch long time or never, it's a natural to sit on the feet and just avoid this asana. Please don't do this. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. If you're not supporting, guys, your body at all, you're sitting fully on, take your right arm behind and left under. If you bind without the strap, then it's very, very good. Go ahead and open up your chest a little bit. And then we will be ready to switch. We will take the opposite direction. If you're using your straps, it might take you a little bit longer to bind. Take your time, guys. You can use a towel, the strap, any piece of clothing you have nearby. And let's come back. Take your hands. We will practice here a little bit balance on the toes together. So come on up, take your hands on the side. And that could be challenging, so you would have to support yourself all the way through this balance with the hands on the side. If you're feeling balanced today, take your arms all the way, guys, to the front. If you feel super balanced today, then go ahead and take your right arm above, just like we did, and left underneath. Try to reach up and forward with your rib cage. Give yourself a good smile. Laugh. It's nice to laugh sometimes on ourselves and switch your arms. If you're losing your balance, that's not a big deal. We can always restart it. We're practicing, we're learning, we're getting stronger, we're getting more balanced. So it's absolutely doesn't have to be perfect, right? Let's go ahead and come back to the floor. Take your knees, hips width apart. Tuck your toes, and we're returning back to the downward facing dog. All the way through. Give yourself a good stretch. Take your right leg up, guys. Inhalation, look underneath the right. And we're going for the stronger standing asanas. Take your foot forward in between your hands. Make sure that you find a good ground for your runner lunge. Front knee above the front ankle. Reaching up all the way. Up above the head. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Your heel lift is absolutely optional. Beginners, if you feel a little bit unbalanced, you can always put your back knee on the floor. Let's take the heel back. Prepare to pivot to your warrior two. Make sure that you use, guys, both legs for your warrior. Shoulders down, chest lifted, and gazed over the front hand. Very nice. Let's tap the leg behind. Not to push hard. Just start to rotate your upper body towards the ceiling. It's a light touch. And go for your little reverse position. Coming back all the way. We will take you to the warrior one. All you have to do is keep your feet as is and just settle down up here for your warrior. Beautiful, guys. Take a deep breath in. Take your arms all the way. I know legs getting a little bit tired. Bind if you can. All the way, reaching up and fold forward. You don't have to fold all the way. If you have to support yourself with your hands on the floor, please do it. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Come on up slowly. Frame your front foot. Let's meet in the plank. Let's meet in the plank and we will take our right leg, which was working up. My beginners, put your knees on the floor, guys. Take your right knee over the right elbow or shoulder. Hold it with me. I know. Take it all the way back, ground. Take a breath. Take it that right towards the left. Hold it, stay strong, guys. We're ready to go to Chaturanga Dandasana. If you need your knees on the floor, keep your knees on the floor, just like this. Come on up, make your transfer. Up dog or cobra, or that's gonna be your elbows on the floor. Take your time, don't hurry up. We come up to your downward facing dog. Both hands on the floor. Relax your head and neck. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly. Draw your right hand towards the left ankle. Give this body an extra stretch here. Make sure that your hands are not slippery, that one hand. And beginners, do it on your kneeling position if you don't feel safe yet. We take our left leg up all the way. Take a good stretch and extension before you step. Look in between the hands and find the spot where you're ready to step for your runner lunge or Anjaneyasana. Front knee above the front ankle. If you have to put your back knee on the floor, please do so. Reaching up, arms extended and strong. Both legs working, guys. Very good. Your front heel lift is absolutely optional. We're building the strength in legs. Take your time and bring your heel back on the floor. Prepare for your warrior two. All you have to do is to ground your back foot, reaching through the arms. Try to level your arms. Your right and left are leveled. Gaze forward, guys. Use both legs to support the form. Tap lightly, just like this, and start to rotate your chest up and lift it. It doesn't have to be a really deep back bend. Come on back first. Prepare to come to your warrior one. Reaching up, hips square. Inhalation. Connect your hands or rest them, guys, on the floor if you have to. Fold forward with me. Very good. Taking our time. Come on up slowly. Step with me to your plank. Very good. From here, we take our left knee up. If you need to put your other knee for support and do the plank on the knees, you can do that as well. Left over to left. Hold and brace, guys. Take it back, rest for a second. And left over to right, guys. Excellent. Take it back. We prepare for the Chaturanga. Nice and slow. Our knees grounded. Roll or step through the toes. Express through the rib cage in your chest. And go ahead and come on up, guys. Take your time. Both hands on the floor. Heels grounded. or bend your knees. And we're ready to reach our left hand towards the right for an extra stretch. Be aware of your body alignments, of your breath, of your sensations. Rest as many times as you have to in your child pose. We take our both hands back on the floor. Go ahead and reach your right leg up again. Give it a quality stretch before we step forward. Step forward, guys. In between your hands, I will step a little bit closer so I find myself in the middle of the mat so you can see better. All right. Once we're here, take your time. We are not in a hurry to find the balance. Lift your left leg and just again be aware of your breathing for your balance. It's really important. Keep your hands on the floor or on the blocks or bring them up front of your heart any way you can. Take your time. And we're ready for the transfer to the standing position. You can tap the floor anytime you have to. We are ready for the quick flow of the balance. We're gonna go for eagle today. Take your left around your right and take your time, guys. Instead the eagle arms today, we will be practicing our shoulder spine. So if your left leg above your right, you take your right arm opposite at the back and other hand on the bottom. Very good. And if you need to undo your eagle anytime, guys, let's go ahead and slowly make a transition to the warrior 3 or balancing stick. Make sure you undo your hands. If you're losing the balance, put them on the floor. Taking our time, and we're ready to bring the hands on the floor. Almost lost my balance. We're finishing this balance flow with the standing needle. In your standing needle, just extend the back leg and focus on bringing the belly to the forward fold to the standing leg, just as you would practice your seated forward fold. This is how it feels. And your back leg will slowly start to come up as your flexibility in the hips improves. Very nice. We go ahead and we step back to our downward facing dog. Taking our time, of course. We're gonna go for transition, full one. If you will do that with me, chaturanga, you can put your both feet on the floor. You don't have to do it with a one leg lift. And come on up all the way. This is it. Relax your head and neck. Free. Resting your child pose for the few breaths if you have to. We're getting ready to bring our left leg up and practice the balance flow on the other side. Give it a good opening first. And step forward, guys, in a comfortable place for your balance. We take our time before we take the hands off the ground. We take our time. Once you're ready, you feel grounded and balanced. Use the wall, guys, if you're next to the wall. Totally fine. And then come on up. We're learning. This is our learning experience. And if you haven't practiced balance for a few years or even a few months, you can expect right away to become better. It takes time, it's a process. Hands up front, up here in your eagle. So if your right arm, if your right leg above the left, you will take your left arm behind and the right arm underneath. So take your time in this balance. Tension and intention inside the body. Letting go of anxiety. Balance likes you to be relaxed. And we're making a transfer to the Warrior 3 with the bind hands or balancing stick. Definitely undo, guys, your hands if you have to. And we're ready to take the hands on the floor for the standing needle. Again, that standing needle doesn't have to be perfect. The sensation is like your forward fold, standing or seated, but the one leg is above. If you can hug your ankle and relax your head, go ahead for this, but this is just an extra progression. It's a great asana to practice next to the wall as well. Let's go ahead and step to our downward facing dog. One leg up. When you're ready, the left leg up. We go for a full transition with leg lifted or knees on the floor if you have to, guys. Come up. And all the way. Downward facing dog. Very strong, everybody. Time is flying pretty quickly. Take your time. Stretch really, really nicely. And guys, walk with me back towards your plank. We're ready to hold a strong chaturanga dandasana with the knees or without, and then we're gonna meet on our prone position. So slowly descend, building the strength. I know you're strong, guys. Take a deep breath in. Inhalation, exhalation, don't give up. Slowly release your belly on the floor and take your arms on the side. We will go for gentle spinal flows. Take your head on one side, the one which is comfortable, and just start to tap your feet behind. If your body asking you to stay on one side longer than on another, stay longer. Try to reach the floor, but if you can't, just roll over a little bit more or just do what you can. That feels so good. All the way to the other side. And again, we're not working on a certain amount of repetitions here. We just flowing how our body feels. Let's do just at least one more on each side. And another one, guys. All the way here. Come on back in the center. And take your both hands up front. We will practice the balance here on the prone position, our reverse boat, Shalabhasana variations. Always feel free, guys, to use just legs or just arms. You don't have to do both at the same time, especially if you have ongoing or just sudden injuries on the back. Just be careful. Yoga is very therapeutic, but I want you to be safe so you don't hurt yourself, so you can continue to practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly, guys, bring your hands on the floor and reach up. Very good. We're ready to practice our full bow pose. If you're not practicing the full one, all you're gonna do, you will do just a one at a time. Just do the one as a beginner, and then you're gonna do another one. If you come with me, then we take in bind with our ankles. Take your time, guys, and slowly bring your knees off the floor. Look up, express, lift, guys, your knees all the way through. Inhalation, exhalation. My beginners, just practice one at a time, and you can do it a couple times on each side if you have time left. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good. We need to give a good compensation for our spine. So let's first Come up to the up dog or cobra, hands a little bit wider. And then knees wide, guys. We're gonna go for the puppy pose. Take your tailbone in between the knees and just dive down. That's it. And your chest may or may not be on the floor, which is okay. Taking a few extra inhalations and exhalations. Feels very nice. And let's come back up. And we find ourselves back to the downward facing dog. Amazing asana. If you are a beginner, definitely you need to practice this more, and it's an absolutely must one. When you don't have time to work out, you can do it everywhere. In your office, if you have sedentary lifestyle, just do a few downward facing dogs, few cat and cows, right? And you good to go. Take your right leg up, guys. We're gonna do for a couple gentle low lunges to prepare for the seated forward fold at the very end. Again, time is flying too quickly. It's been already 15 minutes and it feels like we just started. Hopefully I'm not just the one who's feeling this. Let's make sure that the front knee above the front ankle. We just give it a couple gentle touch side to side. If you can stop and reach the heart a little bit, higher, do this. And the other side, use your blocks, guys. Very nice. Let's slowly transfer the body weight to the front. Catch up on your ankle. If you can't catch up on your ankle with your hands, use the straps or move your knee a little bit closer, and then once you bind, then go ahead and move that knee back. We're working at the back leg, at the muscle which running from the groin area to your knee, your quadricep. Lean forward, guys. You have to feel it. If you don't feel it, you're not leaning enough forward. That should be very, very sensitive. One of those asanas in quadricep, work hard every day, walking, carrying our bodies. Come on back, guys, and transfer the body weight to the back. Stack the hip and knee on top of another. We folding forward, giving it a good stretch. All right, very nice. Let's slowly pull our foot closer, tuck your toes. We will go for the uneven back bend Ustrasana variation of camel pose. This is a gentle C curve, guys. Take your right arm, pull it to the left ankle if you can. If not, then the left hand over the left. If you reach, you find this balance. Take your heart up and forward and expand, guys, all the way. Very good. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Expand through the heart. Come on back. We will give it a quick compensation with your fist or hands, and just, guys, open up and rotate outside of this knee. Very nice. Perfect. We're ready for a quick transition. If you will do it or just kneeling position, just pick the one. All right, I'm so proud of you. I always mean it when I say it is a challenge, and it can be a challenging practice, but again, that's how we approach it. Take your left leg up for the quick low lunge. On the other side, make sure that back knee goes far enough so you have a good stance, good leverage for your stretches. Front knee above the front ankle. Our seated forward fold, wide-legged one, will be amazing. We work a lot of hips today, reaching up. And all the way to the other side, if you can hold it for a little bit longer. Let's slowly transfer the weight to the front. Getting up at the ankle, we're working, guys, on the back leg, the muscle running from the hip flexor, from the hips to the knee, all the way. Lean forward. Sometimes we hold in this stretch a little bit longer, which is always a good idea. Lean, guys, you have to feel it. Again, the good word, it is sensitive. I don't want you to hurt, but you should feel your quadriceps stretching. Let's send the knee back and take your hip above that knee and fold forward, guys. It's a long extended back. The same principle for forward fold like we do with the boys' legs on the floor. Long extended back all the way. Very nice. And let's slowly pull this foot for the uneven Ustrasana back bend camel pose. Use your, guys, the same side arm if you can't reach with the opposite, and go ahead and reach. Once you're there, just gently express through the form, expand through the heart. Make sure you have balance right there. Before you do it, use the wall, do it next to the wall, and it's a little C curve. Come on back to the front. Let's do a quick compensation fist or the hands on the floor, and we do gentle reverse outside of the knee. Great decompression for the back. Let's go ahead and step through. Come on down. And all the way up dog. Downward facing dog. Go ahead, guys, and send your knees on the floor. We make a quick transfer to the seated forward fold with the wide legs. That can be challenging, and if you feel already challenged with your hands up here and sit it straight, just continue to sit up there. If you come in with me, it takes time. We slowly folding forward, guys. Again, it doesn't have to be all the way deep. Stay on your hands, put extra pillows underneath if you have some. Fold forward with me, and we're working with the breath. Inhalation, preparation, exhalation, let it go, guys. Inhalation, preparation. On exhalation, we'll let all the body tension melt away. I want you to be proud of what you can do, and just again, take as a challenge. If there is something doesn't flow as you thought, as you intended will. At the end of the day, this is our practice. We are here to become stronger, more flexible, learn about our physical body. And let's give it another gentle exhalation and start to come back up, guys. We will finalize this practice with a good halasana or plough pose. If you're not practicing your plough, you will hold your legs up towards the ceiling. You can also put them on the wall. It's a great asana. It's just a great sensation. Good for your blood flow, for your heart. And see if you can go for full halasana. Very good then. Take your time. We're making sure that there is no tension on our neck or extra pressure, which we don't like, which doesn't feel good. All the way back, slowly on the floor. Let's take our both feet on the ground and take your knees on the one side. Just you do your windshield, take your hands above your face and take them on the other side. just the opposite from your knees, and you don't have to reach up and activate your stomach. Go ahead and take your arms back, switch your knees position all the way to other side, and stay right here, or take your arms up and hands, guys, towards your feet, opposite direction from your knees. We give it another press or two. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take the arms back. Take your legs to extension, arms to extension. Give your body a good stretch. Feels good, like you just woke up after the nurturing, healthy night of sleep and ready to conquer anything comes your way, guys. Anything comes your way with open heart, taking it as a stepping stone, learning experience, growing, expanding, transforming. Let's slowly keep our eyes closed and come up to the sitting position. And with your eyes closed, guys, it just helps us to concentrate more inside, reach those arms over the head. And while you're drawing them up front of your heart, namaste, universal gratitude position. Say your silent gratitudes for everything we have in this life, and we have a lot. We have our bodies, minds. We can move, we can practice, we can be with our loved ones. There is always going to be more, bigger, better, different, but we must learn how to be grateful for what we already have, and abundance will come. Look inside that heart and invite anything you desire. Love, health, vitality, healing, transformation, abundance, because everything is there for us. We just need to learn how to reach, how to express. Look inside that heart, smile with your heart, guys. Open your eyes and flow through the rest of your day and week. If I won't see you, hopefully I will see you tomorrow for our HIIT challenges. And if not, then I will see you guys on the next week. So be grateful, stay grounded, and I will see you all, guys, tomorrow.